So I'm the district forester for the Steamboat District, but I used to be the state forest manager here at the state forest, and it's still within my district. And we're here at the state forest, Colorado State Forest, near Ranger Lakes in Gould, Colorado. And this is a pretty special place to me with a pretty special history. And it's hard not to feel that history when you're working here. You're part of a long, continuous line of management that's occurred here since the 1920s.
My job was to get things going, to get management set up. First thing was to try to figure out what was here, tree-wise, inventory-wise. And we set up an inventory for the forest, and over the next 2 summers we inventoried every stand in the forest. From there we developed a management plan and started cutting some timber.
This was built in 27, so that's what, 90 years ago? So when you walk by here, I mean, check this out. These are dovetail notches, and they're still super tight notches. This was real craftsmanship. These were hand-carved dovetail notches. So this was an old ice house, so they would cut ice off Ranger Lakes and store it in here. The Civilian Conservation Corps built that other building in the 30s, but then during the war they converted that Civilian Conservation Corps camp to a German prisoner of war camp. And so those German prisoner of wars worked in the woods out here. During the war, sometime 44 I think, they moved the driveway and they went in this way. And when they did that, there was this big old spruce and they cut it down. Then they used the German POWs and made picnic tables out of them and these picnic benches. And they lasted an amazingly long time. This was built by the Civilian Conservation Corps. What's really cool is this was built pretty much from a standard set of plans because they were not skilled craftsmen. They may have had skilled carpenters on board, but they weren't going to do the dovetail. There's no mortise and tenon work here. They used big old steel plates to join things. If you look around, I mean, we really do sort of live in history. And working here, I always felt like I was the latest iteration from a series of photographs. And looking at the old yellowed photographs, it's easy to see yourself in those photographs and feel that somehow you're continuing that history.
The goal of the State Forest Service in managing this property from day one was to make it a shining example of multiple use management and sustainable management. And that's what we've been trying to achieve all along. And I think we've done a pretty good job.
What makes it cool for me as a forester is it's not just a cool piece of history, it's something we still use today for what the people envisioned 90 years ago when they built those first buildings. This is a culmination of a lot of years of work to get this on the National Register of Historic Places. And the registration or the status is for all the buildings, this complex of buildings, because they're different ages and they were used at different times for different things. Excellent, thank you, Russ. Great job, that was it. So, we're pretty proud of that. It's not easy getting on the National Register.